I just watched Lackluster's latest video about a kid doing DoorDash who gets pulled over for not having a tag light, and then he eventually gets tased for nothing. You know, the cops were shouting commands at him. They were like, I wasn't watching, I was listening. They were like 4 or 5 deep, maybe 3 deep, something like that, and shouting commands at him. He's stunned because he's not doing anything wrong. He sounds pretty young, and the lady cop tases him twice for asking questions, for asking why he was getting pulled over and why he was getting treated like that. And just the ice cold lack of compassion that she had for him. They don't see you as human. I hope everybody that sees this video realizes that they don't see you as human. They see you as suspects. Okay? And when they hurt you for what they perceive you're doing, when they hurt you for what they perceive you're doing, they will not care about you. Okay? They won't feel remorse. Everybody's got to realize that, man. These people are not here to protect you and to serve you. They are here to be served by you, to be protected by their weapons at the expense of you. And I think it's abundantly clear now. You know, they made up charges against this guy for like literally nothing. They made up charges against him because he got tased and they wanted to cover their butts. But that's not even the worst part. Something I realized while listening to it is that the guy who pulled him over was in training, because more senior cops kept, I'm assuming more senior, they kept explaining things to him as they went along. And no, one person gives commands. Thank God the cops said that, because if 2 people are given commands, which commands do you follow? Because they never get it the same, because they're all hopped up on adrenaline. Dude, they're dangerous criminals. Okay? They might disguise themselves as people apprehending other dangerous criminals, but gang wars happen every day. It's exactly what it is. Only the gang that they're fighting is we the people. So, anyway, back to the training thing. I realized the most dangerous crew of cops are those training another cop, because it occurred to me, how do they get experience? They get experience by doing it. And how do they do it? They have to encounter numerous situations. And in a low crime area, how do they encounter those situations? Easy. They craft them. They craft them, and you become their guinea pig at the expense of your record, your health, possibly your life. And guess what? This is legal. And you wonder why I say laws don't matter, because it's totally illegal to do what I just heard happen. Because the cop was suspicious of the kid in the car. That's all they have to say. You realize how one-sided and against you the police of the United States and other countries now have become. They are a gang, and they care about getting an arrest. They don't care if you're guilty, because their job stops after the arrest. Their whole philosophy is just arrest now, let the courts sort it out. That's dangerous. They don't care if you've done anything wrong. They will enact the same force on you, whether they've witnessed a crime or not. And the second most dangerous kind of cop, sorry ladies, is a female cop, especially a female cop up against a man. I understand why. I do. I mean, women are smaller. They're less equipped to handle things physically and with relative force rather than a full show of force. Like men are more able to just kind of tackle somebody and deal with it that way and handcuff them, and a woman can't do that up against a man. She'd get pummeled. So because of that, they have an inferiority complex due to a very, no offense, very real physical inferiority to their peers. And so when they get afraid, and they will, doesn't mean it's a real fear, doesn't mean that it's caused by an actual occurrence. It could be an acorn. We've seen that happen. When it happens, and it will, they will use more force than the average man, except for, of course, the scaredy cat acorn man. This is dangerous. And this is tyrannical. And I think everybody who sees this really needs to read the Constitution. I don't know how we've let it get this far. This is way too far, though. There is a gang of people out there that hate you, that doesn't see you as you. That's the thing. They don't even see you as you because you're already not human to them. So they don't have to hate you. They just assume that we are all the same criminal and that we are the worst criminal. And they have been trained to think that everybody is out to get them and that everybody is armed and everybody is dangerous. And they have been trained to lie, to cheat, to hurt, to steal. I mean, what is, oh my gosh, why can't I remember? When they can just literally take your money. What's that called? Golly. Oh man, the word just left me. But I watched a video, a bunch of channels made videos about it. It was I think he was a Marine on his way to start a business and driving with $80,000 worth of cash. The cops just took it. They just took it, and they said, "Nah, we think you could use this for something that might be illegal," and they took it. Don't you see that laws are set up in such a way that you are trapped, that it doesn't matter if you're a criminal, you can incur the same punishment that would befall a violent criminal? Don't you see that? Do you see your lack of freedom while you attest to be the freest country in the world? Don't you see the lies? Come on. We're running out of time, guys. This will come to a head before 20 years are up. There's so much disregard for our neighbors. And if it doesn't come to a head, what is going to happen? What's going to happen is what has happened for the last 40 years. Your freedom has been whittled away slowly by a very sharp knife so that you didn't even realize it while it happened. And it was done just as it was predicted it would be, in the name of security. And the crazy part is, the same people who want to defund the police also vote for all of this stuff. Voting doesn't matter, but it does show intent. Obviously, voting doesn't matter. It hasn't mattered for a long time. It is the same facade that is that dollar bill in your pocket. It is all set up to make you believe that you are free. And you're not unless you claim your freedom. Doesn't matter if you just say you're free. Like the amount of stuff that people will put up with because they've been told that it'll help them. What do you gain by paying for your driver's license? What do you gain by paying for your license plates? What do you gain by paying your taxes, for instance? The roads are still shit. The cops you pay with your taxes kill your families in the name of officer safety. I mean, come on. Get with the program, everybody. I know there's a lot of people waking up, and that's really comforting, but it's just not quick enough. You are not free. You are not free, especially if you keep voting for your own slave masters. That's insane. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I was off the camera for most of that. Peace.